Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Yoga Infusion, and especially welcome if you are new. My name is Dylan. Today's class is going to be a lesser intensity interval infused yoga class with the focus on being fierce and exuberant like our Leo astrology sign. So this class is about taking up space, really stretching out, but being strong and stubborn and fierce, but also exuberant and happy and joyous. So when you're ready, I'll see you on the mat. So we'll actually start today in Sukhasana, easy pose. So make sure that you find a comfortable seat, cross-legged preferably, so you can sit up on a block or a bolster or a rolled up blanket to create some more ease in your seat, in your easy pose. From here, take your hands to your knees, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Gently dip the chin and close the eyes. Taking a moment to take stock of your body, of your breath today. Beginning to focus on lengthening the breath and slowing everything down. I like to take this time at the beginning of practice to really step into the present moment, to step into the practice, to leave the rest of the world behind. So begin to lengthen on the inhales, noticing more space along the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, notice your knees grow heavier, your seat sink more firmly into the mat. Take 2 more long, slow breaths here. On the mat. In your time for practice and self-study. Now grabbing onto the knees, inhale, rock the heart space forward, opening the chest up, maybe look up just slightly. And exhale, grabbing onto those knees so you don't roll back, rounding through the back body. Inhale, rock forward on your sits bones, leaning over your legs, opening across the chest, and exhale, rounding back on your sits bones, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale forward once again, a seated cat-cow, slow it down. Exhale, really pressing the shoulders, or the space between the shoulders rather, towards the back of the room. Awesome, come back to center. Take the left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. Stretch, side body stretch. Switch sides. Pinky leading, palm down. And come back to center. Walk the hands forward now. Maybe come up on spidey fingers. Just beginning to lightly stretch into the hips. So ground down through the hips. The lower back presses towards the back of the room. Coming back up. Switch whatever leg was in front. So now the left leg is in front for me. And walk the hands forward. Pressing that lower back towards the back of the room. Sits bones ground into the mat. And walk back up. Take your hands behind you now. Soles of the feet on the mat, bending the knees, and let the knees fall over to the left and then the right. A little bit of a booty massage. A little bit of a lower back release too. Now take your right knee into your left arch, left hand back. Turning to the back of the room, lift the hips high, reach the right hand up and over. Another side body stretch. And to the other side, left knee in the right arch. Right hand back, lift the hips, reach the left hand up and over. And coming back to a seat, cross the legs and walk the hands forward to come into a tabletop. So wrists directly underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers wider than you think you need to, really ground down through the pinky, and then press each finger down and then the thumb. Knees underneath the hips, and inhale, paint the tailbone up towards the sky, move the heart space between the biceps. Exhale, paint that tailbone down towards the space between the knees. Press the space between the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Inhale, rainbow painting back up towards the ceiling. Heart space moves forward. Exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale, last time. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Coming back now to sit on the heels. Clasp the hands behind you, open through the heart space, lift. Collarbones move left and right, maybe look up a little bit. Release the clasp, take the left foot out to the side. Heel on the mat, toes up towards the sky. And lift up onto your right knee. So you might want to grab a blanket here and put it underneath the knee if you're having some sensitivity. So left leg straight out to the side, weight on the right knee and the left heel. Keep a micro bend in that left leg, and slowly move the left hand either onto the left thigh or the left shin, and reach the right arm up and over, gate pose. Inhale, come back up. Left leg in, switching sides. Right leg goes out, so I'll turn to face you just in case you were confused in the first time. Right leg goes out to the side, toes up, heel on the mat, onto the left knee. So again, you can grab that blanket. Take the right hand either on the right thigh, right thin and shy, guys. And reach the left arm up and over. Flexing that right foot. Maybe look under the left arm. Inhale, come back up. If you turn to the side, you can turn back towards the front of the mat and come to sit on your heels with your knees wide apart. So Leo the lion. Leo is an astrological sign. I'm not super versed in astrology, besides Aries, because I'm an Aries, and Aries are incredibly self-centered, so I obviously only pay attention to my zodiac sign. But Leos are a lion, and so we will, in honor of them, practice lion's breath today. Now, this is not something we often do or have ever done, I think, in my yoga classes, but it's always fun to try something new, so let's have a little bit of fun. Lion's breath is exhilarating, it's energizing, it's heating. And how it works is you will, on the exhale, stick your tongue out as far as it'll go and exhale vocally. So you're making a sound as you exhale, really forcing the air out of the mouth. Make the little thing in the back of your throat waggle. Take your hands onto the mat, fingertips facing you, in between your knees, depending on how long your legs are. From here, inhale, take a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale, stick the tongue out, lion's breath. We'll try it again. I'll turn to face you. Hands facing you, fingertips facing you, palm on the mat. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, stick a tongue out. One more time, just for fun. If you seem like you're a crazy person and you're laughing at yourself, that's perfect. Inhale through the nose, and Exhale through the open mouth, tongue out. Awesome job. Turn the hands the other way. Come back into tabletop. Flip the toes under. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. It's always fun to try new things, so let's enjoy it. Pedal through the legs. Spread the fingers wide. All of our normal tips for being in this pose. Shake the head, yes and no. Release the back of the neck. Gaze in the direction of the heels. Inhale, right leg floats up to the sky. Open the hip, don't bend the knee. Point the toes maybe and take up some space. Grounding down through the left heel. If the left leg is bent, that's fine. Lifting the heel. Just allow gravity to take over. It doesn't need to be on the mat, of course. Excellent. Re-square the hips. Step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Press the left heel away from you, easy twist. Big inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, ground down through that right foot, press the left heel away from you, engage the core, come up to an open armed twist facing the right of the room. Take a breath here. And then drop the right hand down to the left thigh, reach the left arm up and over. Inhale, face the front of the mat. And exhale, drop the hands, step it back to plank. Vinyasa, so either cobra or upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats to the sky. Open the hip, maybe point the toes. Take up a lot of space. Exuberant. We're not hiding today. We've already done lion's breath. There's no more hiding. Big breath here. And exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Stack the shoulders. Maybe look up. Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath, constricting the back of the throat. We're really trying to warm up the body today. Inhale, come on up, open arms twist to the left of the room. Try to square the hips. And then drop the left hand down, right arm reaches up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back, plank, Vinyasa, and meet me in downward facing dog. Take the left hand to the center of the mat, right hand reaches in the direction of the left ankle or thigh. Look under the left arm, twist. Continuing to utilize Ujjayi breath. Should be pretty easy after lion's breath. Right hand to the center now. Left hand reaches for the right ankle. Look under the right shoulder. Seeing if you can't lengthen the breath even here. Back to center. Inhale, right leg lifts. Open the hip, point the toes, take up space. And exhale, step the right leg through. Inhale, left arm reaches to the sky, easy twist. Now come onto the outer edge of the left foot, step the right foot back to come into side plank. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the right hand high to the sky, feet on top of each other or crisscrossed. You can always drop the left knee down. And from here, flex the right foot, lift the right foot to the sky. And come back down. Star side plank, lift the right foot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lift the hips, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step the right foot behind you now. Lift the hips, wild thing. Press the space between the shoulder blades up towards the sky. Lift the hips. Lengthen along the front body. And come back to side plank. Grab that right knee into the chest. And step it forward into a lunge. Inhale, come on up, high lunge. Excellent job. That was a bit of a toughie, but we're fierce like the lion, and we can do anything. I definitely have to sing some Lion King song today. All right, let me think about which Lion King song I'm going to sing during this class. While we drop the left knee onto the mat, come onto the top of the left foot. Inhale, open the heart up towards the sky, crescent lunge. And plant the palms. Step it back to plank, Chaturanga, to upward facing dog. Second Chaturanga now to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, open the hip, point the toes, take up space. We don't take up a lot of space sometimes in this world, so let's make sure we take up all of the space on the yoga mat. Big inhale here. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, left arm reaches high to the sky. Easy twist. Ground down through that right hand. Come onto the outer edge of the right foot. Set the left foot on top of the right. Side plank. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Engage the core. Maybe poke the stomach and make sure that it's engaged. You can always come down onto the right knee for a kickstand. And inhale, kick the left leg high. Star side plank. Come on down, lift 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set the left leg behind you, flip the hips, wild thing. Joyous, exuberant. Come back into side plank, grab the left knee now, and step the left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale up, high lunge. Drop the right knee down, come onto the top of the right foot, open the heart space, back bend, crescent. And plant the palms. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second Chaturanga, optional always, but highly recommended to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Open the hip, point the toes, square the shoulders, press into the base of each finger, that place where the finger meets the palm. Bend the right knee, lift the right knee high. And step the right foot back, flip the hips, wild thing. Flip it back over, step the right foot between the hands, drop the left heel down, left toes facing the side of the mat, and inhale, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. Imagine there is a highway between the heel of the right foot and the arch of the left foot. Press through all 4 corners of both feet, especially the outer edge of that left foot. Reach the hands forward and back, hands, fingertips energetic. And now actually, make the hands claws, like our lion. We're taking on the world. We're taking on anything that comes into our way. Get your claw hands on. That's my lion sound. It's pretty pathetic. I'm going to work on that one. Relax the shoulders, create more space between the shoulders and the ears. Bend more deeply into that right leg. Stack the right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, reach forward, flip your claw over. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up, side angle, either right elbow on the right thigh or bring the right hand onto the mat or a block. Reach overhead. Press through the outer edge of that left foot. High wave energy from the fingertips to the left foot. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Straighten the right leg, reverse triangle. So taking the right hand up and back. Hinging at the hips now. Reach as far forward as you can go. Then drop the right hand down, left hand reaches up. Triangle pose. Maybe look up, maybe look down, maybe look to your left. Whatever feels good to you. Imagine that your body is in between two panes of glass and you need to keep everything straight and in line. Awesome. Bend through the right leg now. Focus on a point on your mat, maybe a foot in front of you. Bend through the left leg and launch off into Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Flex that left foot. Maybe bend through the right knee. Open the left hip on top of the right. Shoulders stacked. Smile. Embrace the wobbles. And bend the right knee. Step it back to side angle. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Reach up and overhead. Bring both hands to the mat now. Lifting the left heel. Come into a high lizard pose. Press that left heel away from you. Keep the left knee off of the mat. Now drop the left knee onto the mat if you feel like that feels good. And you can also bring your forearms onto the mat if that feels good. Yogi's choice here for this stretch. Lions are fierce predators, but they're also cats, and cats are, pretty lazy. So let's enjoy the laziness in the stretch. Come back up onto the hands if you're on your forearms. Maybe scooch that left knee in a little bit. Take the left hand to the mat. Turn your right arm up to the sky, bend the left leg and reach back, grab that left leg, quad stretch. Allowing the left hip flexor to yearn towards the floor. And release. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Optional and recommended second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, open the hip, point the toes. Try to square the shoulders. Ujjayi breath, bend the knee, lift the knee high. You can stay here or drop the left foot behind you, flip the hips, wild thing. And flipping back over, step the left foot between the hands now, drop the right heel down. Open the hips to the right side and windmill the arms up, warrior two. Check your alignment, make sure that the left left heel is in line with the right arch. Bend deeper into that left leg, reach the hands left and right, get your lion's claws on. Relax the shoulders, engage the core, lean into the back body, press through the outer edge of that right foot. Reach forward, flip the left claws over, and reverse warrior. And come back forward, bring the left hand down, right arm up, side angle. Reach up and overhead, stretch the right side body. And inhale, core engaged, come back up, reverse triangle. And hinging at the hips, reach as far forward as you can go. Drop the left hand down, right arm up, stack the shoulders. Open the right rib cage up towards the sky. Right hip opens up towards the sky. Triangle pose. Trikonasana. Look down, look up, look forward, whatever feels most comfortable in your body. Now bend through the right leg, bend through the left, launch forward. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Flex the right foot. Right hip opens on top of the left. Stack the shoulders. Maybe micro bend in the left leg. If you fall out of it, no worries. Just come back in. Give it another shot. Bend the left leg. Step it back. Side angle. Reach up and overhead. Now bring both hands to the floor. Heel toe the left foot to the left side of the mat. Lift the right heel up. High lizard pose. I'm having a hard time thinking of any Lion King song except for one. And I might sing it to you later, so we're not out of time yet. Drop the right knee down. Come into your version of a lazy lizard, a lazy lion. Maybe bring the forearms onto the mat. Squeeze the left knee in towards you. Right hip yearns towards the mat. Inhale, walk the hands back up if you were on your forearms. Scooch the right knee in a little bit. Right hand to the mat. Left arm swoops up and back. Bend the right leg and grab it. Grab the foot. Quad stretch. Opening the left shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Squeeze the left knee in towards the body. Right hip yearns towards the mat. And release. Step it back, plank, Chaturanga, to upward facing dog. Second Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Bending through one leg and then the other, really enjoying this nice stretch like a cat, like a lion, enjoying the movements of the body. Inhale, come down onto the knees into tabletop. And now we'll do some sort of somatic movements. There was another word for these and I forgot to look it up, so I apologize, and I'll put it in the description. But they're animalistic type movements in this case, so just don't worry about what it looks like or what anybody might think of you if they walked in right now and saw you doing crazy weird movements. Just do what feels good in the body. So you might want to take one hand forward, the opposite knee a little bit forward, and rock into the side body and switching sides now, moving backwards and forwards, really getting into all the nooks and crannies and just sort of moving in whatever way feels really good in the body. Like a cat. Just imagine you're a cat, an animal, a lion, and what would that lion do to stretch? Lions don't care what they look like or who's going to judge them based on their weird movements. Who says it's weird? So just take a couple breaths to really ripple and roll through these movements like you're a lion, like you're an animal out in the wild, and nobody's watching or judging if you're doing it right or how you look, because nobody actually cares. It's just yoga. Just a couple more breaths like this. Really getting into the side body, especially letting the head lull and move with the body. Awesome. Come back to center now and come to sit on your bum. Take the hands behind you, fingertips facing towards you or facing out to the side, your choice. And either take the soles of the feet to the mat in a reverse tabletop, lifting the hips, lengthening the tailbone, so scoop the hip points up, lengthen the tailbone towards the knees, or take it one step further, straighten the legs, come into reverse tabletop. Just kidding, reverse plank. You're already in reverse tabletop. Lift the front body up to the sky, press into all 10 fingers, point the toes, engage the glutes, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the booty down, flex the feet, inhale, reach the hands to the sky, exhale, forward fold. Just a gentle forward fold, don't go super deep. Inhale, come back up. Roll down onto your back, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat once again. Bend the knees point up to the sky. Start toes facing directly away from you, so both feet are parallel now. Shimmy the shoulders up underneath the heart space. Press the elbows energetically into the mat. Hands squeezing towards one another. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels and inhale, press the hips high. Bridge pose. Squeeze the thighs together. Really scoop the hips and lift that way. You might notice you're not getting as high, but you're definitely better in alignment. Press the feet away from you. Bring the heart space towards the chin. Choice to stay here. You can clasp hands underneath your body to bring it a little bit deeper. Or third option, if it's in your practice, take your hands on either side of your ears. Squeeze the thighs towards one another. Lift up into wheel pose. But only if it's in your practice. If you're having any pain, don't do it. It's not important. It's not necessary. Stay in bridge. But for the advanced practitioners who have wheel in their practice, you can come up into wheel, your version. Engage the core, lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. And then slowly bring yourself back down. If you're in bridge, roll the vertebrae down onto the mat. Bring the knees together, feet wide. Let the hands fall to the left and right, construct the rest. Taking a second to come back to center, to come back to neutral. Walk your feet back in towards the center. And now we have another choice. Either take your right ankle on top of your left knee and add the hands behind the left thigh, coming into pigeon on the back. Or if you'd like to do pigeon on the front, feel free to roll on over, coming back into a tabletop, and take the right leg forward, left leg back. Inhale, lift, grow taller, press to the top of the left foot, square the hips, and if it's in your practice, you can walk the hands forward, coming down onto your forearms or maybe a block. Releasing the Ujjayi breath if you are still trying to keep it going. Allowing the breath to slow and silence. Releasing the right hip. Allowing the hips to be heavy. The body to begin to sink into the stretches, into the floor, into the security and the support of the mat. Inhale, walk your hands back in, lifting the torso. Maybe walk the hands behind your hips a little bit, lifting the heart if that feels good. Pressing the hands now into the mat in front of you. And coming into three-legged dog if you were on the front. Otherwise, just come onto your back as you were, soles of the feet on the mat if you were in reclined pigeon. So if you're in a reclined pigeon, now take the left ankle to the right knee. Spread the hands behind the right thigh. If you're on the front, you can bring the left foot in front of you. Press to the top of the right foot. Hips square, lift the heart. And exhale, walk the hands forward if that feels good. Otherwise, stay up on the hands. This is your body, your practice. There's no specific form you need to take to reap the benefits. If it feels good to you, that's what matters. Inhale, walk the hands back in if you were Facing the front, maybe walk the hands behind you again, lifting through the heart, square the hips, look up. Walk the hands back forward, come into a three-legged dog, otherwise just come back into onto your back. Circle the legs, and if you were forward, let's meet our friends on the back. Rolling down, bring both knees in. And bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart, holding on to the feet. And allow the feet to fall to the mat. Again, keeping the soles of the feet together. Knees fall to the left and the right. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. And allow the hands to drop to the left and the right as well. Reclined cobbler's pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Allowing gravity to take over the knees. And you can choose to stay here. This is really a choose your own adventure kind of yoga class, I think. Choose to stay here or take one leg long followed by the other into our traditional Shavasana pose, our final resting pose. Allow the back of the neck to be long by gently dipping the chin ever so slightly. Allow the collarbones to widen and the shoulders to relax into the mat. Begin to bring your attention, if it has wandered, back into the body. And allow me to serenade you momentarily with Lion King songs. Can you feel the love tonight? The evening rain. Perfect harmony. All reliving things. Can you feel the love tonight? It can't remember the words, but it's Simba and Nala, and that's not how it goes. So just forget it all. And letting go of any judgment or any expectations. Stay here for as long as you're able. And I very much look forward to seeing you in our next class together. From my heart to yours, thank you for practicing with me.